I'm not a big fat panda.
You don't accomplish anything
I'm the big fat panda.
until you believe that you can. It is belief that drives every single endeavor that makes any sort of difference. He didn't need to be changed into the Dragon Warrior.
There is no secret ingredient.
It's just you.
Skadoosh.
There is room for all of us, and all of our gifts, and all of our talents. Not only is there room, there's a need for it. And if you fail to bring yourself to it, if you fall in line with, well, this is just how it's done, then you're gonna fail spectacularly.
My tenders.
And that is where inner peace comes from, is embracing and accepting. I can't control things. I need to focus on the present. And most importantly, I'm at peace when I'm okay with who I am.
So, the movie nails it.
Yeah, actually, it's really good therapy.
Welcome to Cinema Therapy. I am Alan C. Wright, professional filmmaker who needs therapy.
And I'm Jonathan Decker, licensed therapist who loves movies. What are we doing today? And by what, I mean what?
I think you figured out what we're doing. You're gonna react to Kung Fu Panda.
Yes!
It's a really good movie.
This movie went so hard.
It's like Pixar level perfect.
It is silly and fun and all those things, but it is profound and moving and truly artistic.
And the Kung Fu is amazing, and like you said, the art is, I love this movie. I love it so much. Hans Zimmer and John Powell just hitting a bunch of taiko drums.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So what am I looking for today in Kung Fu Panda?
So I would like you to critique the advice that Oogway and Shifu give to Po and to each other about inner peace.
Inner peace. Would whoever is making that flapping sound quiet down?
I would like to achieve inner peace, and it hasn't happened yet. Because I keep cutting off my co-host.
Oh.
And then he fights me later.
How's that?
We do have a lot of Kung Fu fights.
One often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it.
That is so true.
Something. We can't just let him march on the valley and take his revenge. He'll...
Your mind is like this water, my friend. When it is agitated, it becomes difficult to see. But if you allow it to settle, the answer becomes clear.
The Dragon Scroll.
It is time.
But who? Who is worthy to be trusted with the secret to limitless power to become the Dragon Warrior?
I don't know.
Thank you, Randall Duck Kim. Thank you so much.
The quest for inner peace, people don't generally arrive at therapy saying, help me to find inner peace.
Right.
At least not in the West. In Western nations, we don't use that phrase very much. That's much more of an Eastern idea. What people tend to say when they come to my office is, I'm anxious, I'm stressed, I'm miserable, I'm unhappy, and no matter what I try, it just gets worse. But Shifu, his mind is disturbed, and he's, okay, take action, take action, take action. And I love that Oogway knows just as well as Shifu what the threat is, what the stakes are, but he also knows that if I'm panicked or if I take action without thinking, it's not going to go well anyways.
Right.
And so he's got this calm, he's got this chill even in the face of imminent threat, not because he's not worried and not because he doesn't care, but because he literally knows being calm and at peace is how he's going to find solutions. That whole line of your mind is like this water, when it is troubled, you cannot see clearly if you allow it to settle. Just how important it is. There are very few things in life where you have to take action right now. But we try to take action right now because we feel unsettled, because we feel stressed, because we feel anxious, and we don't want to feel this way, so we want to find a solution as fast as possible, and so we just jump right into whatever seems to be our instinctual way of handling things.
Sure.
And there is such great power in just, okay.
Let's relax and think about this for a minute.
Thank you, Factor, for sponsoring this episode.
Factor delivers fresh,
Never frozen.
dietitian-approved meals direct to your doorstep and mine.
With Factor, there's no prep and no mess.
Factor cuts out stressful meal planning and prep, so meals are ready in 2 minutes, sometimes less.
That is faster than ordering in takeout.
I hate when I'm like working and I'm in a flow state. I don't like to have to stop and then think about food and then try and think about something else because my brain can only think about one thing at a time because me, which means I generally end up eating garbage, like pizza, every day. But with Factor, I just go upstairs and microwave a thing, and I go back downstairs, and I'm working on my thing, and I'm eating a thing, and I'm healthy, and I stay productive.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, sometimes literally. Factor supports wholesome eating made simple. They're very good, actually.
They have a rotating weekly menu of more than 25 options, and Factor Plus add-ons!
Tell them what's in the bag, Alan. What is it? Oh, smoothies. Strawberry banana is very good.
Very tasty.
You ready for this? 1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh, okay.
It's a tie, but you were louder. Choose your favorite meals or let Factor craft your order based on your taste preferences and order history. Like, Factor knew that cheesy bacon ranch shredded chicken, those are literally all of my favorite things.
Factor has tricked Jonathan into finally eating a vegetable.
Thanks to Factor, I am now an omnivore. My cardiologist thanks you.
Head to go.factor75.com/cinematherapy130 and use code
Cinematherapy130
to get $130 off across 6 boxes. And that's not like 6 things, it's like 6
boxes full of these.
Yeah, it's good. Thanks, Factor. Your dark sorcery makes my mouth hole happy.
Man, you should have seen them. They totally hate me.
Totally.
How's Shifu ever gonna turn me into the Dragon Warrior? I mean, I'm not like the 5. I've got no claws, no wings, no venom. Even Mantis has those thingies.
Thingies?
Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noodles.
Quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles.
Don't noodles?
You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
Oogway is walking around basically seeing everybody freaking out about one thing or another. In this case, he's telling Poe, center on what you have control over, which is here and now.
Yep.
Tomorrow's a mystery. Yesterday is past. Yesterday is history. Like you can't change what happened, and you can't dictate or control what happens tomorrow. This moment is what you have.
Right.
And that's a really hard thing to do because we want the security of our future being okay.
Knowing that things are going to be okay. That's human nature or panda nature.
If you're so afraid of failure that you don't act, then you fail by default.
Right, yeah.
You know? And so we got to focus on the here and now. So far, Oogway is 2 for 2.
He's doing well, good.
Yeah, this is good advice for inner peace.
All right, I feel justified in loving this movie an unhealthy amount.
Master! I have... It's very bad news.
Shifu. There is just news. There is no good or bad.
Master, your vision was right. Tai Lung has broken out of prison. He's on his way.
That is bad news. If you do not believe that the Dragon Warrior can stop him.
The panda? Master, that panda is not the Dragon Warrior. He wasn't even meant to be here. It was an accident.
There are no accidents.
Yes, I know. You've said that already. Twice.
Well, that was no accident either.
Thrice.
My old friend, the panda will never fulfill his destiny, nor you yours, until you let go of the illusion of control.
Illusion?
Yes. Look at this tree, Shifu. I cannot make it blossom when it suits me, nor make it bear fruit before its time.
But there are things we can control. I can control when the fruit will fall. And I can control where to plant the seed. Hiya! That is no illusion, Master.
Ah, yes. But no matter what you do, that seed will grow to be a peach tree. You may wish for an apple or an orange, but you will get a peach.
But a peach cannot defeat Tai Lung.
Maybe it can, if you are willing to guide it, to nurture it, to believe in it.
But how? How? I need your help, Master.
No, you just need to believe. Promise me, Shifu. Promise me you will believe.
I will try.
Good. My time has come. You must continue your journey without me.
What are you... What? Master! You can't leave me!
You must believe.
Master!
Hans Zimmer and John Powell, both incredible composers. They went hard for you.
So I'm a big fan of the idea that it really doesn't matter what story you're telling, it's how you're telling it.
Yep.
Because if you look at it, like almost any of the stories that we hold dear are silly on the face of them. I get bit by a radioactive spider and now I have spider powers is an objectively silly idea.
I'm a moisture farmer from a planet that is entirely desert in a galaxy of planets that are entirely one thing, and I fight with magic and a laser sword.
Like, it's so ridiculous, and yet it moves us to tears. It inspires us to be better. It helps us through our hard times. These stories do.
And objectively poorly made films can tell a really good story and be really powerful.
Yeah.
Like, Rocky has a lot of flaws in the filmmaking.
Yeah, it does.
It was a cheap-ass movie.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great because it taps into those truths that we need. I mean, we need truth the way we need food. We need that sustenance. And I look at this, and when Oogway talks about you need to believe, on the one hand, those words have been uttered so many times in so many contexts as to have lost meaning.
It's just cliche at this point, yeah.
But there's a raw power in there. You don't accomplish anything until you believe that you can.
Right.
Right? It is belief that something's going to make a difference that motivates us to change, to accomplish, to do good. It is belief that drives every single endeavor that makes any sort of difference.
So 3 for 3 at this point?
He's 3 for 3.
Master, please, let us stop Tai Lung. This is what you've trained us for.
No, it is not your destiny to defeat Tai Lung. It is his. Where'd he go?
That is how you do visual comedy in a film. You take things away from a scene that should be in there. You pause for weird amounts of time. You cut to funny things. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Make a film comedy. Like, all of the best comedic films, like the best cinematic comedy that has happened in American studio films for the last 20 years is all animated.
Oh, I agree.
It's all animated. And this is something that Edgar Wright does brilliantly. Every Frame of Painting has a great video about this Edgar Wright visual comedy. You can make so many more jokes in a film than just really funny people spitting witty or funny dialogue at each other, which is great. I love that too. But go the extra mile and do this kind of crap, please.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
You cannot leave. A real warrior never quits.
Watch me! Come on! How am I supposed to beat Tai Lung? I can't even beat you to the stairs!
You will beat him because you are the Dragon Warrior.
Ow! You don't believe that! Oh! You never believed that. From the first moment I got here, you've been trying to get rid of me.
Yes! I was! But now I ask you to trust in your master as I have come to trust in mine.
You're not my master. And I'm not the Dragon Warrior.
Then why didn't you quit? You knew I was trying to get rid of you, yet you stayed.
Yeah, I stayed. I stayed because every time you threw a brick at my head or said I smelled, it hurt. but it could never hurt more than it did every day of my life just being me. I stayed because I thought if anyone could change me, could make me not me, it was you, the greatest kung fu teacher in all of China.
But I can change you. I can turn you into the Dragon Warrior, and I will.
Come on. Tai Lung is on his way here right now. And even if it takes him 100 years to get here, how are you gonna change this into the Dragon Warrior? Huh? How? How? How?
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like we should be adding some commentary to this.
That's what I thought.
I have thoughts, but I didn't want to.
It's so powerful.
It's a deceptively engrossing film.
Yeah, so good.
I mean, we're hitting all the dramatic beats. There's a lot of just great comedy.
Great comedy, and the action design and execution is stellar.
Yeah, it really
so
is.
good.
And generally, I have to be honest, I love animated films, but a lot of times animated action doesn't do it for me because I don't really feel the danger.
Well, there's not a lot of weight to, like, animating the weight of something hitting is difficult to do. What they did, which is phenomenal, and I do not know how they did it. We need to have an animator come on the show and explain this to me, because I don't know. Everything feels like it has weight and heft, and then they're doing these absolutely insane things like running up falling rocks and, you know, twisting around on ropes that are dangling in the air.
Yeah.
And it all feels like it has weight, but that they are incredibly strong and just doing it anyway.
You get the power of the characters in this. Yeah, that's a good point. The moral that the film is building to, spoiler alert, is that he didn't need to be changed into the Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, he already was the Dragon Warrior.
And that
what needed to release his inner dragoniness.
Well, and what needed to change was what everyone thought the Dragon Warrior would be. That standard or that ideal, he was never going to be.
Yeah.
And so he's like, how are you going to change me into that? Right? And I'm miserable being myself every day. Like, the amount of pain you can put me through is not as painful as just being me. Okay. What is the balance? Because on the one hand, we seek change and positive change and growth. And on the other hand, sometimes doing that is detrimental when what we need is acceptance. And to be fair, some of that happens in therapy as well. Like, you need to come to love and accept who you are.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the message of this film is not, it's not all one and it's not all the other.
Yeah.
Po does learn and grow.
And he does learn Kung Fu.
And it's not just accepting himself. He learns Kung Fu.
Yeah.
He just, you know, invents panda-style Kung Fu, which, based on the sound effects, is primarily rubber and jello. The sound design in this movie, every single aspect of this movie is freaking amazing. I think the journey for Shifu is one of acceptance of Po.
Yeah.
And for Po, it's both, right? He has to learn Kung Fu and become the Dragon Warrior. Like, he's learning his dragoniness and accepting his pandaniness.
Pandosity.
Pandosity and dragonosity. You combine them and you get a Drago Pandosity. Nope.
No.
You combine them and you get a Drago Panda.
Wow. Yeah, I'd watch that.
I would not. That was the dumbest pitch I've ever made.
Agreed.
To the heart of what you're saying, the balance, I think, is that Po is learning new skills, but he's not changing who he is.
Yeah, okay.
Right? And that also
That's a better way of saying the stupid thing that I said.
No, what you said was secretly smart.
Oh,
there was a buried...
That's my whole life. Sounds like an idiot.
That should be on your tombstone, buried intelligence.
Literally, folks.
Becoming the Dragon Warrior, he needs to know Kung Fu. If I want to be a therapist, but I just want to show up and be like, well, but I don't want to change me, guess what? I need to learn psychology, and I need to learn these things to be a therapist, but at the same time, what makes me me and my ability to help people the way I help them is my meanness. Right? I mean, I bring the skills, but I show up as me.
His Johnowosity.
And it's the same thing with you with filmmaking.
Yeah.
You have to learn, if you're going to be a director, there are skills you have to learn that are universal skills, but your Eunice
I'm sorry, Eunice.
Eunice. That's a person named Eunice.
is what makes your projects unique and what gives it its voice and gives it its flavor, right? And that's what gives it its power.
After you, Panda.
Just like that? No
Honestly,
sit-ups? No 10-mile hike?
one of the better kung fu fights ever put on film, and it's chopsticks.
You are free to eat. Enjoy.
Hey!
I said you are free to eat. Have a dumpling.
Hey!
You are free to eat.
Am I?
Are you?
This, of course, is after he caught Po basically doing parkour to steal cookies
Cookies.
and realized it just needed a different motivator.
Especially this close-up stuff could be from a Jackie Chan movie. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's such great.
So, what we're getting from this, obviously, is in order for Po to be the Dragon Warrior, he can't train him like he's trained anybody else. He has to know what motivates his pupil. He has to know what his passions are and what's actually going to get him there. And that's true for parenting, that's true for teaching, that's true for mentorship. It's a reason why, for example, some people struggle in school is not because they're stupid, but it's because the learning style of school isn't their style.
Right.
I'm not hungry.
I've never heard it before.
Master.
We're getting a little bit of Oogway Ascends right there. Like they're both finally getting and applying the lessons that Oogway had for them. So on the journey to inner peace, like you harness your power when you do the thing that is uniquely you.
Right.
And like you said, he is the Dragon Warrior, but he's also developing panda style kung fu, which is food based.
Apparently.
Don't tell Monkey.
But you have to find the way to be you while doing the thing that you want to do.
Right. Sorry.
I'll tell you what's in his throat. It's popcorn. Delicious popcorn. This is cookies and cream in honor of the panda. It's kind of perfect. You can have what we're having. Get 2, 4, or 6 flavors delivered to your door, and you can eat the flavors that we're eating the same week that we're eating them. Go to the link below.
And hopefully it will be cookies and cream a lot, because this is my favorite. It is... It's that good. But please don't do that. We have a show to film.
Inner peace.
Po, I think it's time I told you something I should have told you a long time ago.
Okay.
The secret ingredient of my secret ingredient soup.
Oh.
Come here. The secret ingredient is nothing.
Huh?
You heard me. Nothing. There is no secret ingredient.
Wait. It's just plain old noodle soup? You don't add some kind of special sauce or something?
Don't have to. To make something special, you just have to believe it's special.
Completely my mom's parenting style.
There is no secret ingredient.
Inner peace then comes from I'm enough. And I always have been. Because really, truly, at the end of the day, I'm a human being with strengths and weaknesses with the same value as everybody else. And what is everybody else valued? Well, if I decide people have value, I've got to include me in that.
That's right.
Because we often get insecure when we're dealing with somebody who is strong where we're weak.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, though, we're strong where they are weak. And most people are only focused on where their failings are.
Right.
There is room for all of us and all of our gifts and all of our talents. Not only is there room, there's a need for it. And I love the idea there is no secret ingredient, it's just you. I think inner peace comes from that place of, I'm already enough.
So, the movie nails it.
Yeah, actually, it's really good therapy.
Finally. Oh, yes. The power of the Dragon Scroll is mine. It's nothing.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't get it the first time either.
What?
The sad thing is, I think most of us are always looking for that thing. I know I am. We're always looking for the Dragon Scroll.
It's just you.
Stop it! Oh, I'm gonna pee. Don't.
Again, what is this sound design? It's like
Don't.
The whooshy finger hold. Oh, you know this hold.
You're bluffing. You're bluffing. Shifu didn't teach you that.
Nope. I figured it out. Skadoosh.
Skadoosh. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Oh man, just that, like, it's not an explosion, it's not a thing, it's a bell tone and like some whooshing and like not at all what you would expect for the whooshy finger hold. And it's just mwah.
And that's the thing, like, whoever you are, whatever you want to do, the secret ingredient is you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you fail to bring yourself to it, if you fall in line with, well, this is just how it's done, then you're going to fail spectacularly.
Yeah.
You know? That it's the you-ness that makes it unique.
Yes, Eunice.
Put these things in a taxi.
Yes, Eunice.
And that, I think, is where inner peace comes from, is embracing and accepting. I can't control things. I need to focus on the present. I need to do things my way. And most importantly, I'm at peace when I'm okay with who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I want to add new skills and new abilities. But if I didn't have those skills and abilities, I would still be okay with who I was. And that is inner peace.
Well, there you go. I love Kung Fu Panda. The sequels are also very good.
Yeah, we'll be hitting those. There's a whole different thing.
There's a lot we can talk about with this entire series. Thank you, DreamWorks, for just going the extra mile. Teamwork makes the
DreamWorks. Oh my gosh, let's finish this.
French. Shang Tsung wins. Flawless victory.
So until next time.
I love Kung Fu!
Where'd he go?
And watch movies.
No. Master! No, no, no! Don't die, Shifu, please!
I'm not dying, you idiot! Dragon Warrior. I am simply at peace. Finally.
Oh, so, I should stop talking?
If you can.